Throughout the original timeline of the Marvel Cinematic Universe from Iron Man in 2008 to Endgame in 2019, Black Widow had many appearances as well as many situations where she fought either by herself or with Hawkeye, even with the Avengers. But the speculative scenario is this: just how experienced was Black Widow in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? In the comics, Natasha Romanoff was an extremely skilled assassin, as well as a highly adept governmental agent, having many types of experiences in terms of who she trained with and even fought against. In the comics, Natasha was actually received a Soviet version of the Super Soldier Serum, which wasn't as perfect as the serum that gave Steve Rogers his own abilities, but it still gave Natasha a wide range of enhanced talents, all of which added to her as a lethal individual, as well as her being infamously known for using seduction to get what she wanted for missions, strategic value, or even pure physical attraction. There have been many examples of her experience on tier of accuracy, but in terms of women who are formidable opponents, the Black Widow was known to be among the best of the best, and was always known as a formidable force for her allies and a massive threat to her enemies. When in comparison to the source material, Black Widow was actually simplified to an extraordinary degree, from her origins, which weren't exactly mentioned or depicted within the original Marvel Cinematic Universe, to her experience as an assassin and agent, were all intentionally vague due to screenwriters not knowing how to portray the character. The lethality of her in the films were that she was an agent brought into S.H.I.E.L.D. who had her own motives and agendas. Her tragedy was that due to experiments performed on her by the Soviet government, she was unable to have a child. All of these details eventually contributed to her being killed off in Endgame. As from information now known, the decision to have Black Widow die was a clever exchange to turn a vague character, by casual opinions, thought to be the weakest Avenger, and have her death to be an extraordinary meaning and sacrifice for the original Marvel Cinematic Universe. Scarlett Johansson desired for a singular film about Black Widow to better explain details about the character since roughly the Age of Ultron, but for many reasons the film was never put into production by Marvel Studios. Due to everything that had occurred within the first 10 years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the project was made after the original era of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and naturally casual interest in the film wasn't like what it could have been if the film had been released years earlier as originally envisioned. The related media was done in an effort to help better explain details about Black Widow, because it was speculated that she was arguably the least known member of the Avengers, and there were many aspects of her background not known to casual fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Other Black Widows, the Red Room, the imperfect Soviet version of the Super Soldier Serum, Natasha's origins, the exact details of her skills or lethal aspects of her as an assassin or S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. All of these connect together in terms of her being a lethal threat. All of these reasons help to explain her talents. In Agent Carter, a premise of the series was the Red Room, which was mentioned very briefly in the original Marvel Cinematic Universe, which was a Soviet operative experiment based on the American Super Soldier program from the Second World War. And technically, the Red Room from the Black Widow film expounded upon that and emphasized a great deal of previously unknown details, answered unresolved issues, and clarified any misconceptions about Natasha being one of the Black Widows.